Hi, T. Frank. Hi, Colin. Thank you so much for the section today. I'm so grateful for T. Frank to bring us to the next level, and the questions that you asking Colin Lay is helping us to understand more and deeper to the higher level of our topic. And our topic is about the principle of operating of subconscious. And, my questions before this topic is since last year, I have a questions that, listening to reading research and listening to so many podcasts about the mindset, the brain, and, how to change your paradigm, how to rewire your mind. And and when I come to this knowledge, I start to ask myself the questions. If the science say that we only use only 5% of our brain, what is the other 95%? Where is that 95%? If we only use the 5% of it, like Einstein, he is super smart, so intelligent, and answers so many questions, helping us to come to the point that now we're capable of bring, like have the airplane, the metals that can fly in this on the sky and carrying, hundreds of people across the oceans between the countries and connects the world together. How can we do that? And asking that question, if only 5% that we already activate so much, and look at the technology we are heading now, that the AI, the intelligence, robot, is can replace so much work, heavy work for human. And here we are. What is the 95% left? What can we do with it? How can we use that? If we use the 95% of our brain, what can we be? Who can we be? And what can we do for the world? And that is my questions. And I am very grateful for the conversation that we have today. And I'm so grateful for the topic that our house gets this time. So, and here I am. I'm so excited. I am excited. I am almost there. I'm not there yet. I'm almost there to activate, know how to activate that 95% of our subconscious. And in order for us to, answer that question, we have to go and have the belief. And asking everybody today, put your ego away, put all your knowing away, put everything away, and have faith and belief. It's really hard to do. It's really hard to do. And I am learning these subjects, learning this knowledge, and I'm still not capable of getting there 100% yet. And if I am there for 5%, I'm sure you can be 5% as well too. So today, in order to have this topic together, to activate our brain, to activate our subconscious, and to go to the next level of who we want to be, what we want to do, what is your dream, to get our dream, where you, the life that you want to have, the dream life that you want to have, the dream job that you want to have, the super woman, superman that you want to be, whoever you want to be, we can activate that. We cannot activate it until we are able to understand how the subconscious operating. And that is what we're going to do today, that we're going to go and understand how the subconscious operating. And this is already, the science is already, talk about this. There are so many teachers, so many doctors, so many scientists out there already, do research and have so many answers on this already. So this topic is not new. However, it explaining in a different way, and hopefully the way I understand it and the way I'm learning will help you to understand deeper of your the operating of the subconscious, and capable of bringing to the next level and activate. If you are better than me, if I'm able to help you to understand this, if I'm, because talking to you is like I am helping myself to understand the topic deeper as well too, so that we all together can activate the 95% of our brain. So let's begin. For this topic, like I said, there are parts that you have to let go of all the wanting and imaginations of whatever you want. Just let it go and just be here, be free, just relax and going together. The first thing, in order to understand the subconscious, how does it work? The first thing we need to understand the word acquiring. Acquire. What is the acquire? Why this word is important? Acquire is the actions that make it simple. The actions that you, the practice that you do daily life. The action is being repeating over and over again. The information you are getting in over and over and over again. The image that you see is being repeating over and over again. And when it's got into your mind, and it's become the information that you know within you, the knowledge that you know within you. So acquire is the word that we're gonna use in this concept, because that, even without knowing this word, we're already doing it daily. We're already doing it daily. For example, this morning when you wake up, what do? You go and brush your teeth. When you brush your teeth, what happened? Did you brush your teeth the day before? Yes. Did you brush your teeth today? You gonna brush your teeth tomorrow? Is it the same way or different? It's the same way. And every time you're brushing your teeth, you are getting it in over and over and over again. Just like when you were 1 year old, you learn how to brush your teeth. When you're 2, 3 years old, when you brush your teeth. And how do you brush your teeth now? Are very different. Why? Because you have been brushing your teeth since you was 1 year old until now. For me, I'm 40 something. I already brushing my teeth for 40 something years. So that actions is acquiring daily. And that action, the more we're practicing it, the more it get into and become natural to us. And so we're just doing it without thinking about it. Driving the car. Do you remember the first time you driving the car? Oh my gosh, I remember that. At the first time I'm driving my car, I was so nervous, especially driving in the dark. I don't know what to do. I don't know. It's just like, do I hit someone? Did I make the turn correctly? Am I in the lane? I'm nervous. But how about now? After 20 something year driving cars, and how many different kind of cars as well too. So yeah, how I become natural. It become natural to me. And the same thing for you. Daily practice. Every day, the same road, the same way. You got into the car, turn on the engines, Back up the car, get out of the garage and start driving. Left, right, mirror, reflection mirror, talking, doing. Is everything become natural and we don't think about it anymore. We just act. And those are only 5% that we have been doing. That is just whatever we do, learning, writing, eating, cooking, what all those things we do, that's constant because we already, that's just the action that we do. However, the layer underneath of that, through acquiring, through practicing, through doing it over and over daily, it's become natural and it just come out. But that, without the layers underneath of our action every day, is a subconscious mind. So what is our subconscious? What is the subconscious? Let's think about the subconscious as the garden, or it's a box of jewelry or a treasure, whatever you want to think of it. But in this concept, different teacher will use a different way. And in this knowledge that I'm learning, our subconscious is just like a garden. So pretend this is the garden. And in this garden, we have three different type of seed, tree, plants, flowers, fruit. Every seed give us a different outcome, give us a different fruit. So for example, this one is the cognition seed. What is cognition? Cognition is the knowledge that you know. And in our subconscious, so I'm going to call this seed is the cognition. This is represent the knowledge that we know. And then there is another seed in the garden. So in this garden is only 3 seeds. And what is this seed? This is a condition. What is the condition? Conditions is all about the relationship that with people around us. Family, children, co-worker, students, everybody that you interact throughout life. That is conditions. And then another one will be the seed of, or the tree or the fruit of outcome. Outcome. What is the outcome seed? The outcome seed is the one is already give us the fruit, is already have the result. For example, if you get married, you have marriage, so that is the outcome of the relationship. If you want to have children and now you got married but you don't have the children yet, so that is just the seed. It's not the tree. It's not the outcome yet. But if you married, if you want to have children and you get married and you have kids, so that is the outcome. conditions, that is the people that you meet in life, the people that you interact with, the boss that you are working with, the children in your life, the husband, the wife, the mom, the parents, every person that you interact with. For example, if you want to have, so that the seed and the cognition is all the knowledge that you have. So in our life, we seem like to have so many things, but if we can put them in together, it's only in these three C's right here. It's the condition, and the outcome. That is in our subconscious mind. And when we talking about the conditions, for example, if we're talking about swimming, learn how to swim, and you feel not happy about swimming, and you don't have the good experience about swimming, and that it will create that when you talk about it, you have the negative energies, the negative energies. And when you have the negative energies, what is it going to create? It's going to create the undesirable outcome. Undesirable. And when you're talking about swimming, but you have good feeling about it, or when you talk about your husband, or when you talk about marriage, you have a good feeling about it. That is the positive. When you feel good about it, this means you have the positive thinking about marriage. You have a good feeling about marriage. When you're talking about something that is you're feeling good about, it's gonna give you the desirable outcome. Desirable outcome. But at the same time, there's another energies that is called balance. When you're talking about the marriage, you don't have any feeling about it. When you talk about children, you don't have any feeling about it. You just know that, oh, okay, that's the person, that's the children. Oh, they're talking about swimming. And that is the energy balance, the balance. So and what kind of fruit is going to give, what kind of the outcome that we're going to get? We're going to get is non-desirable, and undesirable. Non-desirable. And in this garden, there is a gardener who are taking care of this garden, and we call he is the will, the Mr. Will. We call him Mr. Will. Let me draw him out. And Mr. Will is the person, very simple and easygoing guy. Very simple. The will, when you have a thinking about the swimming, but if you have a good feeling about swimming, the will gonna go to the seat If you don't know how to swim, so let's go back. Let's say you don't know how to swim, and you want to know, you want to learn to swim, but when you're talking about swimming, with but you think you're excited to go to swimming, which means the will, the middle will, gonna go to the connection seat and gonna watering the seed of swimming because you don't know how to swim yet. So the knowledge of swimming is just the seed at this point. It's not the outcome yet. It's not the tree. It doesn't give you the fruit yet. It's just only the seed. So what he does is he gonna go to the seed of the swimming that he gonna watering it and taking care of it. But how did he taking care of it? Is there are two type of tree that he gonna give. Either it's negative or positive. But if you think about the swimming and your energies, you're feeling good about swimming, and you want to learn how to swim, and you're excited about swimming, the middle will gonna go to that seed and go to the positive seed and continue pouring and maintaining it with the positive energies. And that will eventually, over time, the more thinking that you have about swimming, the more learning you have about swimming, and you get better at swimming, you feel better at swimming, you're excited about swimming, and the will just keep going and nurturing that positive swimming experience, knowledge, and skill. And eventually it will give you, at the end, what do? You know how to swim well. So, and if you're talking about swimming, for me, an example, for me and my son, when now I'm talking about swimming, I had the negative feeling about swimming. I still not liking. I will do the swimming, but I don't like it. So when I talk about swimming, I'm not hating it. I'm not hating. It's the mix of those two. So eventually one day he will pour in. If I don't feel good about swimming, he want to pour in the negative feeling about swimming. And then another day I say, oh, I will go swimming, and to pull in. So it's a mix. And then it's going to give me a undesirable outcome is because I still not swimming well, because I still have the negative feeling about swimming. I don't have a good feeling about swimming yet. However, my son and my daughter, they go to swimming, they learn about it. At first, they have the negative feeling about swimming, but eventually we are going swimming every day, and every single day they get better at swimming. They learning more skill, their skill improving, they swimming faster, they win all in the champions swim it. So they get better at it, they feel better. So every time we talk about swimming, what did he do? They are excited, and then that through the process of over a year, the middle will taking care of this, pouring in every single time my kids get a new award for their swimming, get a new skill, and getting better with the time. That they feel good about it, and so middle will go and pulling in more positive energy into that seed, and now they swim way faster than me. they dive in, they just swimming like the fish. The swimming, when they talk about swimming, they excited. When we ask them go to the meet, go compete in the swimming, they say yes right away. They're not scared of swimming. They see the water, they dive in. Not me. Not me. But they do. So the same topic with a different type of energies give the different desire, give different the outcome. And here is the guy talking about this, and here's the guy taking care of the garden. And the one thing about the subconscious that it doesn't know what's right and what's wrong. It doesn't choose. It doesn't choose this is wrong. It doesn't choose this is bad or good. He just go do it. He not rejecting it at all. He not rejecting it. So that's why out 5% of what we do every day, but we still don't get the outcome that we want because we are still have the mixed feeling just like I do about swimming. I just let it be. My idea, my thinking about swimming, I just let it be. I don't choose to do it. I just let it be. Today, I'm thinking about good swimming feeling. Tomorrow, I'm thinking, no, it's not good. I don't want to. So it just go. It just not selective. I'm not proactive, selective thinking about swimming. And today is negative, tomorrow is positive. So that's why I don't have the outcome that I wanted to about swimming. But for my kids, it's different. For my kids, it's different because they go swimming every day. Every single time they jump into the pool, even though it's water's cold, they make the choice. They make the choice of choosing to swim no matter what. And then when they get out, they feel good about themselves, that their time get faster, they're doing better, they having fun, they have a good time. And they have the faith and belief that they are doing better. So their energy is about swimming, it's positive. So they get the desire, they get the outcome that is desirable, they get a desirable outcome. So for us, how to get a desirable outcome is, like I said before at the beginning, with the word acquire. What do you acquire? Because every day we do the same thing. Just like right now, you hear me. So you hear, you see me talking. You listen to me that talking. So every day we acquiring hear, see, talk, and know. And this is through the human nature layers and emotion layer. Every day we hear, we see, we talk, and we know. We're practicing this daily. And through our human nature, let me showing this to you. I have this right here to show it to you. So here's the middle wheel. He is very balanced. He is in the peace all the time. He is cool. If you say yes, he will say yes. If you say no, he will say no. If you say tomorrow I will go and work out, I say yes, tomorrow he's gonna work out. He just hear you. He just see that you doing it. He just there and knowing. It just balance. And so this is no reactions in here. However, when the message is coming in, the hearing, the seeing, the talking, and the knowing coming in to this layer, to this two layer right here. So when the message come in and touch the will, touch the being, that is the way we being. This is where we are inner peace. We just receive the message without talking, without responding. We just receiving it is just like, for example, if I say, if I say, I'm talking about subconscious, and you just listen to me. You say, oh, she's talking, and you just listen. You're not saying I'm right, I'm wrong. If you just say, you open your mind, you just listen, which means you just receive the information, and you are not thinking or responding or analyzing anything. However, most of the time, what happened to us is the information come in and it touched the emotion layer, we respond. Or it touching in the human nature, we analyze and differentiate it. And that's what we do every single time, every day. We hear, we see, we talk, we know, and but that is when we are in here, it's a different story. But because it's in this two layer right here, this is where it's gonna store it in our subconscious. So every day the information that you hear, you see, you're talking, you know, is storing in here. And that it touching this the layer. This is a human energetic. This is human energetics layers. We have 3 layers. Actually, we have 4, but we talk about here is the 3 layers, and this is where the information come in, and it touch the emotion that we respond. We just want to talk, and then touch a human nature that we start to say, like this is right and this is wrong. So, and when we do that, it start to restore it in here. And it's about knowledge. Is we will start in the cognitions seed. And if it's the conditions, it will restore it in the red seed. And if it's the outcome, it's gonna be in the orange one. Whatever we do daily is all combined together and is stored in here. And this is our subconscious. This is our subconscious. However, to have a desirable outcome, we have to make a choice. And we have to be proactive. We have to be proactive. Proactive of choosing what do we want to do, depending on a desirable outcome, and depending who you want to be, what you want to do, what is your dream, what is your desire. And in order, when we know about our desire, and in order to get the desire that we want to have, what should we do? We have to select. We have to be proactive, acquiring daily on the positive energies in order for us to get a desire that we want to have. We cannot be lazy and let it be anymore. That's what we have been before. But now we already know how the subconscious operating according to science. And a lot of science keeps saying this. And if you listen to a lot of teacher talking, pre-program your mind, or pre-program your subconscious mind, or rewire your brain. How do they do that? Positive thinking through practice daily. And how do we practicing? We practice hearing the positive way. When we hear the good thing, the thing that it lead us to the desired outcome. We seeing, what do we see? The image that we seeing. We see the actions. If you want to know how to swim, we go and swim. We have to see people swim. We learn how to swim, but we're watching videos. We see the teacher, how they move and teach us how to move, and see the actions and do the same thing, talk the same thing. And when hear, see, talk, we know what to do. And everything we do is had to go back to the positive energies which will give us the desirable outcome. Because this man right here, the middle will, the gardener, will follow us, do exactly what we want him to do. If we have the positive thinking, directing towards to your desired outcome, of course he's gonna go and keep watering and nurturing and fertilizing it, and eventually that one will be growing and give us the fruit that it exactly what you desire for. If you want the mango, and if you want a sweet mango, but you keep watering the shower mango tree, what are you gonna get? You're gonna get the shower fruit. So in order for us to have the desire that we want to have, so we have to move directly to the what do you want. At the same time, the negative is always there, never go away. Positive and negative always exist. It's the same on the same coin, the two sides. It always exists. It's negative never go away. However, negative, the thinking, just pretending the negative is the seed of the wheat. The wheat is always there, but you cannot focusing, because where our mind is, where our focus is, where your mind gonna be. Where your awareness, that is where your mind gonna be. So, and when your mind is, when awareness focus on something, that thing gonna grow. If you focus on the wheat gonna go. If you focus on the negative gonna grow. And what you gonna get out? You're gonna get out undesirable outcome. So when you're spending your energies on the negative, it still spend the same amount of energy when you're spending on negative or positive. So why do we have to spend our time, our energy focusing on the negative things, on the weed? Why don't we just focusing, make the choice, be proactive, make the choice, practicing daily, focusing on the positive desire, the positive outcome, so that we can get the desire that we want. We can get the dream job, we can get the husband that we want, we can get the personality that we want, we can get the degree that we want, or we can make the amount of money that we want. We focusing your energy, no matter what we do, the energy we spend on the negative or positive is always the same amount of the energies. So why don't we just focusing on the positive, and the middle will just remember, he will go and just do exactly what we have to do. So be positive. And that is the science part. And we have here a lot. People talking about rewire your brain. Reset your paradigm. That's what it is. It's right here. But that is only one part of the subconscious. Another part of subconscious, and this is where the beliefs coming in. This is where I'm asking you to turn on your belief, because you have to believe that you can do it. You have to believe this is possible. And that is the way that you are activate to the next level. This is the level of practicing. A level of that you still use your, the knowing, the seeing, the talking, that I know I'm doing this. I make the choice on this. So, but the next level that we are not seeing, and a lot of teachers are talking about it as well too, and you're only able to activate it at a certain level, and it's still, when you're activating it, it's still coming in here. It's still in this garden, because according to, and now we are borrowing the human energetic structure from Buddhism. The Buddhism have talked about this is our human structure. This is our body right here. This is the 4-element body. It's earth, water, air, fire. So this is our body. And then this is our thinking. Every day we have so many different kind of thinking, the emotion responding. This is where we have so much, like we call it a monkey mind. And in here is another layer. This is the 16 human, we have so many of them. And lucky to know, I'm very grateful for this knowledge that I'm learning, whatever it is, we combined out that there are 16 humans character, that this is 16 humans personality. And in here, the layers in here, this is where the mental will is. This is the layers of hear, see, talk, know. And in order for us to activate a next layer of our of our subconscious, we have to be in here. This is where we just know, like the message come in, we only receiving it. We do not analyze, we do not differentiate. We do not respond, we only receive. We just know that we're hearing. If you close your eye and I'm not talking, how about this? You close your eye and do you hear the sound of the sea? The wave is coming in. Don't open your eye yet. Do you hear the sound of the bird? I'm hopefully that right now, because it's at night, so I don't have any bird right now. So hopefully you are the same, situation. You don't hear the bird chirping in your ear. Or maybe, if your husband is not home or your kids are not home, but you still hear their voice when you're talking about their name. Or you're talking about the teacher that you in college 20 years ago, that you just love that teacher for the lesson that he taught you. He's still seeing, when you close your eye, you still see his face. You're still seeing his voice. You can still hear his voice. That is the will of hearing. It's always there. When the message come in, that is when it's touching this here, but you always hearing it without analyzing, responding, and differentiate it. The only thing we do is just come in and we're receiving it, and it's there. And then, but most of the time it's not staying there for long. That's why we don't know that this exists. It's because the layers of human nature and the layers of emotion that jump in so fast that you don't have a time to stay here for long. That's why we don't know that it exists. And how do we can do it? It's only we have to come back to inner peace. But let's go back to the human energetic structure in the Buddhism. And this is where the belief had to come in, is that because you have three blocks: the will, the evil deeds, good merit, balanced marriage, and then also you also have the total karma of cognition, the total karma of condition, the total karma of the outcome. This is always following you, no matter how many lives that you, no matter where you are. This total karma is always exists. Like we already there. That's why there are many saying that, the knowledge is already within you. You already have all the knowledge. But that knowledge can be known as a long time that you maybe forget. Or the knowledge is already known. It's for a long time ago, that way before you were born. It's like for many generations. So that's and in the Buddhism, they believe that when we born, there are the total karma that is born with us. And in order for us, if we know and believe in this, we can activate them. And we can activate them because it's already here. This garden, no matter what, when you were little, if you can, there's a story of a man that I don't remember the name. I promise next time when I talk about this topic again, I will bring in the name. The reason why is this, because it will explain the total karma of the cognition really well. Because when he was little, he's 5 years old. He never played chess before. And 5 or 6 years old, he never played chess before. However, when he go to the park and he just saw people play chess for the first time, and he sit down, and he know after a couple hours he know how to play chess. A couple weeks after, he win every single game. Again, 30, 40, 50, 60 years old man or woman playing chess with him. And he is the champions, the chess champions in the world. How does that 6 years old know how to play chess for the first time? Never played chess in his life. 6 years old. How is that? How do you explain that? No science can explaining that. Only this, when we learning this, the total karmic connection, because that knowledge, that just knowledge already within him, is already there. It's already there. That why when he just the first time, it activate that seed. Couple hours, because it's so strong with him, that knowledge is just stay with him so strong that couple hours it's able to give him the desirable outcome that he know how to play chess. That is the one example that I can borrow, that to explaining to you that, and helping me to understand deeper this concept that the total karmic is can explaining is you were born with it. Because or people keep saying the knowledge within you, the knowledge already within you. You only need to activate it. You activate it many different ways, through hear, see, talk, and that you will know. That's it. how did the total karmic condition, the people that you meet in your life, this is right here. Sometimes you meet a person, it's like first time, and then you just fall in love. How you explain is that, why you have the children and that children, why the children's in your life, and why you are the parents of your children. According to the Buddhism, the total karmic conditions, on this week, it can help us to explaining that, there are many reasons why. We don't know what the reason is. The only thing we can say that is because the total karmic condition, or because the total karma in our life, that we meet that person at a certain time, at a certain day. And certain thing happening at a certain time, and we don't even know, no matter what we do, it's still happening. And it's all in here. If you believe this, especially believe that the total karmic conditions, the knowledge is already within you. If you believe that, you can activate it anytime. And that is where I would like us to open and activate that 95% of our knowledge. But there are ways to get there. But as first, you have to believe it first. That we already know, if we think about the negative, we're going to get undesirable outcome. So we're not going to focus on this. We're going to take this out. We're going to take this out of our equation. Now we know, in order to activate all the knowledge already within us, we have to have the positive desire, the positive energy to get the desired outcome. Whatever the knowledge you want to have. You don't know how. You don't have to answer the word. You don't have to know the how. The only thing you know is that I want to activate the knowledge about swimming. How do I do that? Don't know. But you only have the feeling. You have to know how to do this. If you want to swim, have to activate it. But you know one thing, the energy had to be positive. If negative, you're not going to get the desire you want. So you don't want that. You want to focus on the positive. And how to get there, keep asking the questions. Keep asking the questions. And then, hear, see, talk, know through daily life. And you eventually will meet the right person, know how to swim, and teach you how to swim. And that person encourage you, make you feel good about swimming, help you to go how to swim, and you will know how to swim. Or you will get more knowledge about swimming. This teacher will teach you more how to swim. Or you watch videos, or you look at the people, like what I do with my kids when they was little. I let them watch, what is a Michael Phelps. It's like, the thing is, because Michael Phelps is only one state away from us, very close to us. So it's very, he stayed in Baltimore. The city is very close to us. It's very well-known city. So my kid, when we was there to visit the museum. So when I talk about Michael Phelps, is the top one in the world. And, they know about it, and they're excited, and watch videos of him, read the pictures, watch pictures of him, and read story about him, picture books about him for kids, and watch all the motivations that he talking about swimming, and watch how he swim, and hits about his story. What I do is I help them to acquire the hear, the see. And then we talk about him, talk about his lesson, what the lesson that they learned from hearing and seeing all the videos about Michael Phelps, reading all the book about Michael Phelps, and then they know about him, and they know about how to swim and what to get there. So when they go to study swimming with their teacher, with the right environment, they know how to swim. They feel good about it. I have the story to share with you. The reason why I'm so excited about the night activate the 95% of this is because my experience 6 years ago. My experience 6 years ago. I think I have 4 minutes to tell the story. 6 years ago, I was so depressed. I wasn't happy at all. And when I was naked standing in front of the mirror, I just have 2 kids at that time. My daughter was newborn, and I was fat. I didn't look good. I was so exhausted. I did not sleep well. I don't know what to do. I just feel I'm unhappy. I'm so unhappy, and I don't know what to do. And one day, I just asking myself questions. How can I make myself happy? What can I do to make myself happy? I want to be happy. I'm staring at the mirror and I ask that question. I ask those questions and I say what I want. I want to be happy. And the question is, how do I get there? I look at myself and I'm saying to myself, losing weight. How I'm losing weight? I'm not that fat, but I don't like my belly. I don't like my chubby hands. And what I do, I say losing weight. Lose weight. How much weight do I lose? I say 1 pound per month. Just make it small, make it slow, make it small as possible. And that's what I did. 1 pound per month. After 10 months, so which means 12 months I lose 12 pounds. But after 10 months, I lost 15 pounds. I went back to my college weight. I was so happy. I was so excited on that day when I put the jeans on. When I put the jeans on that day, deep down inside me, I was so happy. However, that happiness is not because I'm losing weight. It's because it activates the new me within me. And I never go back. And since then, this has been activated. On that day, I'm standing, I put the jeans on, I walk outside, and I'm thinking about my 10 months process, the journey of 10 months. That 10 months, what did I do? Because by the time 10 months, when I put that jeans on, I know how to get there. I know what I did to get there. And I know the person, and I have to believe in the person that can do that. But at the same time, I know new thing about myself, and I start to know more about this. By the time I say I lose 1 pound per month, I did not know about anything about diet. At that time, I did not watch TV. Up until now, I still not watch TV. I did not read any books at all at that time. I just go. I don't know what to do. I just go. I know what I do, what I know, and that's it. I only did what I knew at that moment. And what I did is that I eat less, of course, right? It's less, no carb, and that's it. However, after 1 month, after 2-3 months, I don't lose weight anymore. I still stay the same. I lose a couple pounds and then I stay the same. But after, and I ask myself questions, what's happened? What's going on? What can I do next? But I didn't sit there and whining and complaining. I say, what's next? What next to get me to lose more pounds? What's going on? What can I do next to make me to lose a couple more pounds? So what I do is that I'm changing the way I eat. Not only the diet, I still have the same diet, but I'm not eating late at night. I move my main meal to lunchtime. And then after that, after 3 more months, I don't lose weight anymore. I only lose a couple pounds. And then I'm stopping. And I'm asking myself, what's going on? So what happened is that I say, so what do I do next? I did not read book. I did not watch any TV. I did not have any knowledge at all. I say, let walking. So after 6 months, I start walking. I start walking every day, 45 minutes, non-stop, every single day. And that is when I start losing more. So after that, knowledge start to come in. I start to learn that, in order to lose and control your weight, you have to move your body. Yeah, or not only eat less or cut less, not only eat less, no carb or no fat, no, not none of those. What important is that you have to eat the right amount, and also you move your main meal to the lunchtime. The more what after that 10 months, I start to read more. I start to do more research because I'm curious now. I'm start to curious. I ask the right questions. The knowledge, the right knowledge start to come in. I start to be more curious. I start to do some more research. And then the more I'm talking to people, the more I'm sharing with people, I start to recognizing that, move your main meal to lunchtime. Eat less carb is not the main thing. The main thing is had to eat the right time, the right food, and exercise and movement is to help your body with metabolism. Many more than that, you have to drink a lot of water as well too. Your body have to move. So like many of those knowledge I did not know at that moment, at that time. So the more I'm learning, the more I'm doing, and I'm just confirming myself, and I'm asking myself, and I believe that all the knowledge already within you. At that time, what I learned that I'm going back to within. I'm listening to myself. I'm listening to when I ask questions, the messages come in, I receive, and I do it. I'm not responding. I'm not saying no. I'm not trying to say I don't like it. I don't want it. I ask question, the message come in to say lose weight. I say yes. The message come in and say 1 pound per month. And I receive it and I say, okay, do it. No responding back. And through that process, I'm adjusting myself. I'm asking more questions and the message coming in. And I'm listening and I just do it. And I lost 15 pounds after 10 months. And that's reason why now with this lesson, with this knowledge here, is reminding me the knowledge already within me. The only thing that we need to do is we have to come into our being. We just be. And in order to be the being that we don't respond, we don't analyze, we don't differentiate, we just, the energies is that we inner peace. We have the inner peace within us. We being grateful for whatever. We tolerate for people. One thing at that moment, at that time, I did not listen to videos, and I did not listen to other people. I did not read books. I'm not be distracted with any information around me. The only thing I did at that time is that I'm listening to my body. What my body telling me at the moment, what I should do. to help me to get me to where I want to be. And at that moment, I was in the being state. I was turning inside. I'm not turning outside anymore. I still imagine. However, but I'm not being distracted with all the noise out here, with all the bubble out here. I'm focusing in here. And then when I'm there, I'm activating my total karmic cognitions about diet. It's very little knowledge, but it helped me to learn more about myself. And this lesson helping me to go back in time and asking myself when I was at that moment. And I believe every single one of us had this moment in life. We just don't know it. Because of this, learning this knowledge, going through these lessons, I'm able to recall what happened in the past, and I'm able to name it. And that's because at that moment I was in my being. And I'm sure you are maybe here for so many times that you're not recognizing. And if you're able to go back and recall, maybe you will recognize that when you are in this moment with the inner peace, you activate your total karmic, the certain thing that you know that you don't even know that you know. Or maybe you already know, but you forgot about it. But most of the time when you are in this state, you will activate a lot of knowledge of, because this universe have a knowledge that verse is diverse and is so broad. The one that you know is just a little. The little thing that I know for this lesson is just this much. But the more information's out there, is more. It's more. Just like this paper is like the knowledge in the universe. It's the knowledge that you want to know. The one that you know is just a little dot. And how do we activate all of this knowledge out here? If we use 5% of our conscious mind every day to learn, it's tiring and it's exhausting. We cannot do that. The only thing we can do is that we have to have faith and believe that is whatever information we need is already within us and how we can activate it. And this is helping us. If we understand how the subconscious are operating, we will know how to activate that. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for listening to my lesson. Thank you for allowing me to share. Thank you so much, Tay Frank and Gulin, for today's lessons that helping me to understand and able to talk about this. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful. Thank you.